we're seeing it. And look, the CPI number looked pretty benign. Came in at 2.7. Expectation was 2.7. Well, let's not forget it was 2.4 last month. And core is 2.9. So it's just under 3%. It's pretty far from the Fed 2% target. And we're just starting. So we got to be a little wary here. And if I'm Jay Powell, I'm not in a rush to cut rates. As he said, he wants to see how this plays out.
Well, President Trump, as we know, wants Jay Powell to cut rates now. So when is the soonest this happens? I guess there's no scenario under which they cut rates in July. What do you think?
I don't want to say it's a 0%. No one really talks about this, Lisa, but the bottom line is that since World War II, the spread between the Fed funds and the 10-year is generally 1 to 2%. So if the 10-year is at 4.5%, really the Fed funds in a normal world should be between 2.5 and 3.5. Right now we're 4.25, 4.5. So it is too high. So they do have leeway, but I hate to use the word uncertainty. It's just been massacred. But look at what is going on right now with the tariffs. I mean, it's changing by the day. It's changing by the week. Canada, the EU, Mexico, copper just had its biggest spike since the 1960s, biggest one-day spike with the tariff on copper. So there is just so much that we don't know. And the economy is doing well. We're at 4.1% unemployment. What's the rush? That's what Jay Powell is saying. What's the rush? Economy's chugging along with rates where they are. Why do I have to cut rates so fast? Let's see how these tariffs play out. It's hard to disagree with that. Makes sense.
So when Trump pushes for a 1% Fed funds rate, is that a New York real estate developer talking?
For sure. We're going to see interest on the federal debt top $1 trillion. That's a scary number. And if I'm Trump, I want to see interest rates come down as soon as possible. Don't forget what happened the last time the Fed cut rates. Few times they cut it 1%. What happened? Long rates went up 1%. Didn't work. The market got scared. And Trump's got to be careful, because if he leans too hard on Jay Powell or replaces him and brings in someone who is a Trump yes man, we are endangering the dollar as the international reserve currency. The world has faith in the dollar for a variety of reasons, but one of them is the independence of the Fed. So I wouldn't really mess with that, even though, let's be real, Truman did it, Lyndon Johnson did it, Nixon did it. Trump's not the first president to try to bully the Fed, but we're at a very precarious situation here with the debt sitting somewhere around 37 trillion. It's not the time to play games, in my view.
So what else concerns you about the broader economy and the stock market? Because I know that you've been very bullish on stocks.
I really was very bullish on stocks the last time we met, because the negativity was so extreme. We saw really extreme numbers. And so we're talking today, it's a very good time to have this revisit, because the sentiment numbers have absolutely spiked the other way. There's a Barclays Euphoria Index. I look at all these things, and meme stocks are rocking against SPACs, which were dead, are rocking. Bitcoin just made a new high. You are seeing all those signs again of rampant excess speculation. The Cathie Wood, the ARK fund, just had one of its biggest moves in years. So that, just like I was bullish when everyone was negative, this makes me tuck my horns in. I am cautious here, not in a rush to get really, huge money to work. Although I told you, as you know, I still like international. It's been beaten up for so long. It's cheap, and there are multiple reasons to be in international as well as emerging markets. And both of those areas handily outperforming the S&P year to date. My biggest worry, Lisa, is the debt. It is the debt, because the big, beautiful bill confirmed our worst fears, even though there are some things in there I'm sure a lot of people like. but it confirmed our worst fears that there is no policy in place to address this spiraling debt. It's going to increase. Deficits are going to be there. We don't see a near-term solution. When does the market say enough is enough and the bond market demand sharply higher rates? I don't know when it is, but when it happens, it's bad for bonds and it's bad for stocks.
Well, a marginal risk of severe weather today. Let's get all the details on this Wednesday. Cloudy skies this morning, followed by thunderstorms this afternoon. Storms may contain strong gusty winds and highs today in the low 80s. Thunderstorms early tonight, mainly cloudy overnight with a few showers. Again, storms may contain strong gusty winds and a low of 70. Scattered thunderstorms for your Thursday with a high in the low 80s. Friday, mostly sunny, upper 70s. Saturday, some afternoon thunderstorms, low 80s. And Sunday, rain showers with temperatures in the upper 70s. Meadville at 72 degrees. Cambridge Springs, Edinburgh at 69. Titusville, 68. Franklin this morning, 70. Oil City, 68 degrees here at 7:15. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. All right. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week, and we're getting you closer to the weekend. And, we got a busy show here this morning. We've got Christa Lundy from the Meadville Chamber. We've got Kat Thompson from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce joining us this morning, and our friends from Titusville Area Hospital. Kelly Clark, Marketing and Communication Specialist. She'll be bringing a special guest. Dr. Rogers will be with her, and we'll be recapping the 125th anniversary celebration that took place last week. We were both there for that, and what a great event that was.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Kelly put a lot of hard work into, if you don't have to go to the hospital for, the doom and gloom of it. There's a great wall that Kelly put together to commemorate the last 125 years. There's a coffee shop there. There's,
Yeah.
Pop in, say hi, check out the wall, get some good coffee. There you go.
All right. We'll learn a little bit more about what went into that project with Kelly. And, of course, as I mentioned, Dr. Rogers will be with them or with her as well. So we'll learn about Dr. Rogers this morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, busy Wednesday. You get in these situations. How many times have I said to you, it's a certain time I really shouldn't be eating anything? For years and years and years, we had a guest on this program on Tuesdays that would talk about, not eating late at night and having your dinners early. Now, it's not always possible. We still have, kids that are at the house and you're running everywhere. You got sports. Eating at a certain time, not always ideal. So, there's a lot of times where at 9 o'clock, you're grabbing something to eat, and it's probably not the healthiest. And that sits in your stomach.
No, I think that was us last night, right?
No, the night before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had to rush out. And last night, no, we ate really early.
We ate dinner early, but then we had
Well, it was like a late lunch, early dinner.
Then we had a snack at 8.
I don't remember what we. Oh, ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Was that a bad idea?
Ooh,
Sorry.
I had a hot fudge sundae. Ooh, man, was that good. Anyhow, but that even then, that was still before. It was 8, right? 7? 8. Okay, that's not. There's a list. So there's a list here that they put out this morning. It's late. You're hungry. Here's a few midnight snacks you can eat without sabotaging your sleep.
Oh, cool.
So, all right, get your thoughts on these, okay? Greek yogurt and tart cherry juice.
Ooh.
You're not a big cherry person, but what about yogurt?
It depends on the yogurt. Yeah.
See, this doesn't sound like they say if you're up late watching a movie or something, these are snacks you should be eating and not
that's not fun.
something heavy.
Yep.
That doesn't sound like fun eating.
Not at all.
Kiwi and string cheese. No.
It's weird.
All right, this one I think you would like. Banana and nut butter. Some peanut butter. So, like on a piece of bread, you spread peanut butter and then put sliced bananas.
I've just sliced bananas and spread peanut butter on the bananas.
Okay.
That's really good.
But not on like bread
No.
or a piece of toast.
Nope.
Okay.
Just the bananas.
Now, this one I would consider, except for the cheese part, turkey and cheese sandwich.
No.
Half a turkey and cheese sandwich on whole grain bread gives you a well-rounded and filling snack full of protein, fiber, and sleep-inducing chemicals. So,
Go for it.
yeah?
Whatever you want.
I wonder if that'd have to be deli.
Yeah.
All right, graham crackers and a glass of milk.
Oh, yum. See,
No.
I would dip the graham crackers in the milk like cookies.
Yeah,
So
see,
good.
I can't do that with a
So
graham
good.
cracker. I like graham crackers, but I wouldn't dip it. You know, the only thing I dip in milk, I mean, I'll have, obviously, cereal. But outside of that, the only thing that I actually get milk and dip something
Vanilla
into.
wafer.
Yeah, vanilla
Yeah.
wafers. Cottage cheese and berries on the list.
I would do cottage cheese, not berries.
Okay, they say it's simple, creamy, and delicious. Just cottage cheese and berries.
Okay.
Hard-boiled egg and mixed nuts.
What?
No?
No.
That seems like a lot of work for a quick snack.
Well, some people might like do hard-boiled eggs and just keep them in the fridge and
Okay.
just snack on them. Like, it's a thing. It's not our thing.
No. Whole wheat toast and mashed avocado. They say the snack is full of filling fiber, healthy fat, and B vitamins.
Okie dokie.
Okay. High fiber cereal with milk. This is probably what I would go towards, but it wouldn't necessarily be high fiber cereal. Just a bowl of cereal. That's like, we're here, so having a bowl of cereal in the morning usually is, although you brought something for me to munch on here. So.
I did. Life cereal.
But growing up, when I was a kid, I was always that bowl of cereal in the morning or two. Now it's like, that's my nighttime snack.
Yeah.
Bowl of cereal.
You flip-flopped.
Yeah. So anyways, those are some healthy alternatives if you're looking for a snack, maybe while you're watching your favorite show or movie.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, all designed to help you get a better night's sleep and not wreak havoc on
Maybe we should
your
listen.
stomach.
Like, maybe you should find something there you'll eat.
Me?
Yeah.
No. Although I think I have reached that age where, like, I've noticed things. Like, if I eat a certain thing at a certain time, then I don't have a good night's sleep. So, like, mentally, it's like, okay, I'm not doing that. So I've started doing that. That's been in the last year or two.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, I can't do that like I used to. Okay.
We're getting up there.
No, but,
Just kidding.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's a little. I don't know. We're going to get into birthdays and what we're celebrating. By the way, did you see the story about time and the Earth's rotation? And we kind of entered a period where the Earth is spinning a little bit faster and time is going a little quicker.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, birthdays and what we're celebrating here. Today's the, what is today, the 16th?
Yes.
The 16th day of July. We had some guests on, was talking to them, and they were talking about an event on July 20th. And in my head, I really thought, oh, that's still a month away. No. That's
Couple days.
This Sunday.
Yep.
All right, who's celebrating a birthday?
Actress Phoebe Cates is 62.
Oh, Gremlins? 62.
Yeah. Actor Will Ferrell is 58. Actor Corey Feldman is 54. Actress Jayma Mays is 46. Actress Anna Lynn McCord is 38. And that is all.
I think that was probably a lot of people's early crush, Phoebe Cates.
Huh. Is that who? This is me forgetting. Stranger Things. Doesn't he reference her? She looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who. Okay.
What's she was in the movie that everybody would know her in. I mean, to me, it's Gremlins, but it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and she's married to Kevin Kline.
Yes, I saw that.
So, all right. Well, happy birthday to them. Happy birthday, Phoebe Cates, if you're watching.
That's so funny.
Hope it's a great day. Never had a Phoebe Cates poster or anything.
Really?
Yeah, but
we what did we watch? We watched a movie and it hit like, I don't know. They they in the 80s? Yeah, they were in the 80s, and it hit a scene where there were two teen girls that were going in to paint their nails or something in a bedroom. Every single poster on the wall I had, every single one. I'm like, whoa.
Do you remember them?
Yeah.
What the posters were?
Yeah, like Patrick Swayze and Bon Jovi. It was, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, are you ready?
Yeah. What are we celebrating today?
Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day, Festival of British Archaeology, Fresh Spinach Day, Guinea Pig Appreciation Day, National Atomic Veterans Day, National Cherry Day, National Corn Fritters Day, National Dress Syndrome Day, National Hot Dog Day, National Personal Chef Day, National Wedding Invitation Day, Our Lady of Mount Carmel Day, Rural Transit Day, Take Your Poet to Work Day, the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, World Snake Day. There we go. That is all.
Wow. Okay. Hey, I didn't know this. As we get into a little entertainment news this morning, that Taya Leone and Tim Daly are now married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pair of actors who shared the screen on the CBS political drama Madam Secretary will now share a life together as husband and wife.
Wow, so cute.
Yeah. Leone and Daly tied the knot on Sunday in a private ceremony. They began dating in the summer of 2014 and started Madam Secretary from 2014 to 2019. I was trying to think. Oh yeah, she was married. Remember, to David Duchovny from X-Files.
Oh yeah.
So, and of course, not only we didn't watch that show, but the show I remember him from, not David Duchovny, but Tim Daly, was Wings.
Yeah.
So, and then she was in, was it the third Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously that role in Madam Secretary, but other than that, so yeah, congrats to them. And again, hello to Phoebe Cates.
Oh my gosh, look at you, your hopefulness. That is amazing.
No, honey.
That's so funny.
You're my Phoebe Cates.
Oh, that's just dreadful.
Is that okay?
Whatever.
Okay.
Good luck.
When the kids just freak out if I got like made up posters of you and put them.
I would freak out. I would freak. No, thank you. No.
We should decorate a room like we were in high school. Yeah, just to scare the kids a little bit. Hey, by the way, speaking of being, kid, this was after. Well, I don't know when did the Backstreet Boys come into play? Like late 90s?
I don't even remember.
They have this residency in Vegas right now, and they're in the Sphere.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple clips. And I'm not a huge Backstreet Boy fan, but wow, it's pretty impressive.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if anybody's seen any productions in the Sphere. The one that would have been cool to see is The Wizard of Oz. They showed The Wizard of Oz in there, but there's been concerts. I don't know if I have this fear that I would be in there and I would get sick.
Oh,
because it's just all around.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I probably would too.
Now, Would I go and experience it? Sure, yeah.
Take your own barf bag.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cost is to attend an event. Obviously, it probably varies, but yeah, you hate to pay that money and then have to walk out. But I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing too many stories where that's the case. It's just when I see videos, I mean, I'm only looking at it for a little bit. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I could handle that. But it's really impressive. It's pretty cool. So if you get a chance, maybe if you are a Backstreet Boy fan, you can check out the clips of their residency in Vegas. It's pretty cool, that sphere.
Awesome.
So, and there's been, I think Sting has performed there and other groups. So something you might want to check out sometime. If I can get you to go to Vegas. I will take you to news time. It's 7:30 here this morning. This is the Morning Drill.
Convoys of Syrian army tanks and trucks entered the Sweda city on Tuesday. That was following deadly clashes between Druze armed groups and Bedouin fighters earlier in the week. Israel launched airstrikes on these government troops, saying it was acting to protect the city's Druze population and to ensure the area near the Israeli border remained demilitarized. A Reuters reporter heard at least 4 strikes and saw a damaged tank being towed away. Gunfire echoed through the city as clashes entered a third day. The increase of sectarian violence adds pressure on interim Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, as Israel has vowed to protect Syria's Druze minority group. The Israeli government said in a statement that it had ordered the military to, quote, immediately strike the Syrian regime's forces. Earlier in the day, influential Druze leader Sheikh Hikmat al-Hajri, in a statement, accused Syrian forces of breaching a ceasefire and bombarding the city. He called on fighters to confront government troops. Syria's defense minister later declared in a statement that a complete ceasefire was in place. He said government forces would only open fire if fired upon.
Swooping in to save you over 11 grand off your next Chevy truck. It's Community Chevrolet's newest mascot, Independence Dog.
Getting you approved by day, fighting crime by night.
With Independence Day savings running all month long, you can save more than 11 grand off MSRP on a new Silverado, or save nearly 3 grand on hot new SUVs like the Trailblazer and the Equinox. Follow Independence Dog to explosive savings this month at Community Chevy.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning provides residential and light commercial air conditioning services throughout the area. They understand the importance of your cooling system working properly. That is why you can trust in Vanderhoof to do the job right. Whether it's a non-working air conditioner, yearly maintenance, or a new install, you can be assured that we will solve your problem quickly and efficiently. Your home's air conditioning system is far more than just temperature. It's a complete comfort system that combines temperature, humidity, air quality, and above all, safety. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning in Titusville.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome to Inspire Med Spa, the place you know and love for massages, Botox, laser resurfacing, and semi-permanent makeup. Now we're offering even more, including laser hair removal, tattoo removal, and hair rejuvenation. Our team is here to provide expert care in a peaceful, luxurious environment designed with your relaxation in mind. And with our newly added services, now you can get all your beauty services in one place. Visit Inspire Med Spa today, because you deserve to look and feel your best.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old, so it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom. Ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
Vehicle shopping? Make sure you check out Titusville Ford first. Shop our amazing selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Visit us on Route 8 in Titusville and see why our customer service is a cut above the rest. Titusville Ford, your hometown dealer.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Tuesday, with the Dow dropping about 1%, the S&P 500 shedding 0.4%, but the Nasdaq ticked up nearly 0.2%. It was the fourth session out of 5 that the technology-heavy Nasdaq posted a record close. AI chip leader NVIDIA was the primary factor. Its shares jumped 4% after the company unveiled plans to resume sales of its H20 AI chip to China, explained Eric Ditton, president and managing director of the Wealth Alliance.
As we know, NVIDIA is the highest valued stock in the market in the world, north of $4 trillion. So when NVIDIA moves sharply higher, which it is today, that in and of itself can move the NASDAQ. But Oracle, Apple, Microsoft, which is now over 500, those tech stocks are back in control for sure. And that is what's moving the market today.
The news buoyed other chip makers, with Advanced Micro Devices and Super Microcomputer gaining nearly 6.5% and 7%, respectively. Meanwhile, Wall Street banks kicked off second quarter earnings season with their stocks whipsawing in volatile trade. Shares of Wells Fargo slid 5.5% after the bank cut its net interest income forecast, though it beat quarterly profit estimates. JP Morgan Chase raised its 2025 net interest income outlook, but shares still ended lower. BlackRock said its assets under management hit a new high in the second quarter as global markets rallied, but its shares tumbled nearly 6% after it said a large Asian institutional client pulled money from an index strategy. Bucking the trend, Citigroup climbed more than 3.5% to its highest finish since the global financial crisis after its traders delivered a windfall that boosted second quarter profit. Data on Tuesday showed U.S. consumer prices posted their biggest jump in 5 months in June, hinting that tariffs may be starting to heat up inflation. Still, underlying inflation stayed moderate. Markets are betting the Federal Reserve will hold interest rates steady this month, with a more than 50% chance the central bank will resume rate cuts in September.
All right, a marginal risk of severe weather today with, the following supposedly set to take place. Cloudy conditions this morning, thunderstorms this afternoon. Storms may contain strong gusty winds. Highs today in the low 80s. Thunderstorms early tonight, mainly cloudy overnight. A few shower storms may contain strong gusty winds, a low of 70. Thursday, scattered thunderstorms, 82. Friday, mostly sunny, upper 70s. Saturday, afternoon thunderstorms, low 80s. Sunday, showers, upper 70s. Meadville this morning, checking in at 73 degrees. Cambridge Springs, Edinburgh at 71. 68 in Titusville, 72 in Franklin, 70 in Oil City. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Joining us this morning is the Executive Director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce. It's Christa Lundy. Hi, Christa. How are you?
Good morning. It's a beautiful day now, but it looks like we are going to get some weather, so
it's all right.
It's fine.
Yeah. How are you? What's been new and exciting?
I am well, and we are so busy I don't know which way is up, in all honesty. But I seem to say that a lot lately. So Thunder is 2 weeks from Friday.
Jeez.
Thunder in the City, looking forward to that. I have been dropping off Thunder flyers everywhere, and the girls taking them all over Crawford County and beyond since last week. So thanks to Starn Marketing for making those. But looking forward to that. And like I said last week, we are kicking things off on July 31st, Thursday night, with the Vintage Cruise In. Looking forward to that. The Tool City Hot Summer Nights Cruise In lineup will be on South Main Street like it is for the Halloween parade. People just come down there. There'll be fireplace there to help direct traffic. Streets will be blocked off around the Diamond and down through town to do a little loop like we used to do from 7 to 9. Again, it's the first year, so I don't know how many people that will bring, but we're looking forward to it. If you didn't have a car, I'm going to be sitting right in front of my office and watching all the cars go by. And Smoky Martin's Barbecue and Marty's Nacho Mama will be there with good food, and radio station will be there. So looking forward to some live music, and should be a good time.
Nice.
That just kicks things off for the whole weekend.
What was the other food truck you just mentioned?
Marty's Nacho Mama and Smoky Martin's.
Yeah, the Nacho Mama, they were at soccer tournament on Saturday, so it was so hot, and we weren't really hungry, but the food also looked and smelled fantastic.
It is.
So we did get some fries, and they were awesome. So.
Yeah, they both have really good food. Two of our favorites, and both of them will be at Thunder in the City, front row. So,
good.
Friday night at Thunder in the City, of course, is Meba's Sidewalk Sales, and then we have Clever Norman kicking things off at 5 o'clock. The Thunder Power Wheels race, one of the newest additions a couple years ago. Looking forward to that. I know there's a meeting about that next Monday. So if your child or a grandchild, or you are a very agile adult and want to be a kid or are a kid at heart, come join us, because we do have several age categories there. But the Thunder Power Wheels race is really fun on Friday evening, and the whole weekend is fun, family friendly, and free. Besides, if you want to buy something from one of the crafters or vendors or one of the food vendors, it's free live music and fun things with a car show, Jeep show, bike show, that Thunder Power Wheels race I mentioned. Live entertainment Friday night is Clever Norman and Jake's Blues. Jake's will bring a big following. Looking forward to seeing him. We haven't had him for several years. And then Saturday we have the car cruise in around the Diamond. Crafters and vendors, the Jeep Jam benefiting Cans for Wishes and Veterans Leadership Program, and then they come in and they're going to be in the Erie Bank parking lot mid-afternoon after the car show leaves the Diamond. We kind of bring everything downtown a bit more, nice. So they'll be there for the Jeep show. Meadville mastered the mic singing competition. We often talk about we're so blessed with local musicians. This is a singing competition, but the person can play the guitar if they so choose. But just come sing your favorite song, and you could win $500, $250, or $100 are the three prizes. Looking forward to seeing what talent joins us this year, and looking forward to that. Thanks to Armstrong for sponsoring that. That is from noon to 2, and we usually have about a dozen participants. We have about half that now, but I know everyone waits till the last minute. But don't wait till next Friday to get that information to us, please, if you're interested. If anyone's listening and knows of someone who might be interested in being part of that, let us know. Yeah, there's some great people that sang in it before, and we've had like 12-year-olds to more seasoned veterans to people that have been theater productions, people, young students that are taking voice lessons, voice teachers. Like, it's been wonderful. and some people that have written their own songs and then just cover songs, whatever. So
now, do they call you, or do they call the chamber if they are...
There's a form online.
Okay.
They send a video into the chamber. Julie Panchora, half of 50 Miles to Empty, who is our marketing coordinator.
So she knows a
little bit about music, and her husband, the other half of that 50 Miles to Empty, is kind of, they're handling that for us, along with the great folks from Watson Run Church, and Armstrong is sponsoring that. So that's happening as well. Then we have Fred Oakman playing music, and the Blessing of the Bike parade coming in town out at Street Track and Trail, one of our big sponsors as well. The veteran-led bike parade, arm wrestling demonstration from Townville Arms of Steel. Magic Steve is new this year, sponsored by Smoky Martin's Barbecue. And then we have Titusville's own Joe Thompson and Jeff Rose from Meadville. They are fantastic, along with Tyler Ripper Acoustics, another great local musician. And then Me and the Boy. I'm looking forward to hearing them. I've only heard them once some time ago, but I've heard great things about them, and they should be really good kicking things off for Mayflower Hill. And then again, new this year, performance by the Fire Dancers. After all of our music is done, we're going to kind of clear a big circle in the center of Park Avenue and Chestnut Street, and we'll have the Fire Dancers to be our grand finale. So,
nice.
Yeah. Thanks to Firehouse Tap and Grill. Dave Stone, part owner there, made a generous donation to cover our entertainment. Bayshore Homes is sponsoring all the entertainment Saturday afternoon, and along with Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate, sponsoring the Thunder Power Wheels race, and Street Track and Trail sponsors a lot, and Griffin Motors sponsors that Jeep show. So thanks to all those folks.
Yeah, I was just looking at your sponsors, and you have to just get so excited when there's an outpouring like that of people that say, this is great community asset, we want to be a part of it, we want to help make sure that it can happen every year. That stuff's very important.
It is very important with any of the events that we do, and we are very blessed with a very generous community, not only our chamber member businesses, but other businesses that work together, because not every business in town is a chamber member for whatever reason, but they seem to really come together when we have community events. And we want to collaborate and support as many businesses as we can as well. We work with NTMA and with MEBA and with the Visitors Bureau and things like that. So a lot of members and a lot of our community joins forces for the better, like looking at the bigger picture and the community as a whole.
There's always two sides to every conversation, and there'll be times when I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be like, well, I'm not a part of this organization because of this. Like, well, have you ever called them and asked them to come meet with you? Well, no. If you're somebody who's like, well, I've thought about joining the chamber, but for whatever reason, and they haven't, they can call, and you love sitting down with folks.
I do. I had a couple of those meetings this week, and I love one-on-one meetings. I have a couple more next week with someone that just joined the chamber because they want to have a ribbon cutting. I had one this week because a new person started at a business that had been a member for years, and they called and said, hey, I see you're a member of the chamber, and I'm relatively new. Could I come learn about it? And she walked away. She's like, I can't wait to go back and tell people at work that I don't think we've been taking advantage of a lot of these things, yes. And I think we should actually increase our membership because you're getting a new website. You are doing so many things that we didn't know of, and we just took out an ad in your newsletter because we thought we love the newsletter. Well, we didn't know we could do even more. So it was a great meeting, and I wish I had one of those every day of the year. That should be a goal. Like next year, I want to do that. I want to have like 3 a week. I couldn't do one every day, yeah, obviously. Right. That's a lot. But like a couple a week would be tremendous.
Yeah, and again, it's a two-way street where there's so many things that you offer.
Right.
For members to take advantage of.
And there's only 3 of us.
Yeah. Whether it's the HR Roundtable, it's the
HR Roundtable, the Business Women's Roundtable group, our signature events, which are like 10 of those. And then we have
the
so many other
membership.
Things. We're doing the Maximize Your Membership, Chamber 101 kind of thing. And we changed that name so it's not like an orientation because I think that was deterring people who have been a member thinking it was just for new members, and it's not. So we want to get more people that have been members for years to realize the changes that have taken place. We are new, improved, re-energized, reorganized, restructured, all that kind of. And like you said, some people that may have not been a chamber member or may have and dropped for whatever reason, maybe finances were tight, maybe it was COVID. Look at that again, because it's a minimal investment in your company or your organization. And not only do we have those fun events, we have a leadership program that is one of the best in the region, in the state, in my opinion, that other chambers have fostered one after ours, and a couple more are looking to do that. Wow. We're in our 16th year of that. Our K-12 program reached over 5,000 students last year with career camp, with after-school activities, with camps that, career exploration with the younger students, like the 3rd and 4th graders, and then mock interviews with most seniors that graduate high school in Western Crawford County, getting them in front of business and community leaders and to see all that Crawford County has to offer. So we are more than just the fun chamber that has a lot of events and programs and trips and things like that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, because that's what brings people to us, that we call and say, hey, I have a couple, actually yesterday I paid for my Italy trip. We have 22 of us going to Italy in October.
Wow.
And a couple of those people are from Erie. They were not chamber members. They saw, and they're not. I haven't met them yet. I'm looking forward to meeting them. But they saw our ad on social media and said, that's a really great price. When we see that you're always doing fun things, can we join this trip? I said, absolutely. I look forward to meeting you. So who knows what they do? They might be a business owner. They might work somewhere. I don't know, but I look forward to meeting them, and I'm hoping maybe they join the chamber or go back wherever they are from after the trip and say, we had the best time with these new people, and maybe they'll join us on another trip or something. That's just the goal.
That's fantastic. We could spend hours talking about that.
I just got through Thunder, and there's so much more after that.
Well, we're going to talk about this in a second, but it's also more on that serious side of the great things that the chamber does. But you're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Christa Lundy with us here this morning, Executive Director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce. Big 2526 Foundation magazine and member directory is here.
Yes, I'm very, very proud of this. We worked with the Meadville Tribune, as we do every year. It came out last week, so everyone who has a subscription to the Meadville Tribune would have received a copy of this. And inside, we have the 2025 anniversaries. We always celebrate some businesses that are having signature anniversaries. We looked at Crawford Gives as a kind of an event that we wanted to feature, and Palmyra Gives Back and area nonprofits, and our Diamond Award winners, and then our membership directory is in the back. And there's always something that we may have missed, so I apologize if we missed something. It's never perfect, but we did our very best with the Tribune. So thanks to them and all of the people who sponsored this, put their information in there. And if anyone would like copies of this, we have a few thousand more. I want to get them anywhere where there's a waiting area, so that you can, a garage, a salon, a spa, a doctor's office, wherever it might be. Like I know the Market House got several of these to sit on the tables for the people that come in and sit down. We will get them anywhere we can put them. We'll get them to the Visitors Bureau to get out many places. But if you have a waiting area, or you'd like to get some copies for your employees for your work, let us know. We will drop them off to you. You don't even have to come get them. We'd love to come say hi and bring you some of those. So that's, in all honesty, I have a lot of members that are members just because they want their name in this annual magazine. They might not come to a networking event. They might not do things like that. They just believe in the Chamber's mission and our vision and what we're doing, and they want their name in that directory that gets to thousands and thousands of people, like over 10,000 households and people. So
that's great.
That's well worth the $300 membership right there. Well, if you didn't even come to anything.
Yeah.
So,
and again, take advantage of those opportunities. Again, Christa, so much of what you do has that networking component to it. If you're afraid to kind of put yourself out there, just kind of stand next to Christa for a few seconds.
Let us help you. We have people there for that. Our chamber ambassadors, we have a really great group. They help us with our after hours and our ribbon cuttings and grand openings, which we have 2 after hours next month.
Ooh.
I'm very excited. We're going to be at Easy Does It Customs the week after Thunder in the City. I think it is the 6th. They are great people. It's down towards Sandy Lake, and we'll check out all the tricked out golf carts that they have. Ooh. And they have Derailed Distillery in their space and some food. And I know they have a bait and tackle shop too. They're right close to Lake Wilhelm, right down past Wilhelm Winery. But that'll be a really fun one. And I know it's not right in downtown Meadville, but it's not that far away, and they are great. Mike and Amanda will be great hosts and hostesses. Hosts for us, so it's going to be a fun evening, so join us if anyone is free. And then we have another one, I think it's on the 18th, I'm not sure. Check in the newsletter, follow social media, but we have a fair after hours. We're going to have some fair food, and you have to register the Friday before.
Okay.
So actually I think that's the 18th, because then the 21st must be the after hours. But looking forward to that, and we will be at the fair having some fair food, walking around and learning. It's also from 4 to 6 p.m., not 5 to 7 like they normally are. It's sponsored by Bars Insurance and Blue Canopy Marketing Group. So they'll have tables there and some of their staff. So meet Mandy from, Blue Canopy and some of her staff, and Chad Wagner from Bars Insurance and some of the people from there. He's on our board of directors and very active on the board and on the ambassador group. Both of them are both. So we have 2 after hours you can join in August, and a lot of things happening. Ribbon cutting, grand opening happening as well at Prestige Shine and Auto Detailing. So I think that's on the 15th on a Friday. So yeah, a lot happening, and looking forward to a lot coming up. I didn't even get to the golf outing. The golf outing is August 27th. So be sure to register your team for that. We'll be at Mount Hope Golf Course. We usually fill up. We're always looking for sponsors. There's many sponsorship opportunities there. Get your name, your company logo out in front of that. Almost 200 people we have at the golf course. There's different opportunities available for some of the games, and then for, some of the prizes and things like that. But it's a fun day on the course, and a lot of business takes place on a golf course, whether people think they're just going and they're having fun. But they're also doing some business and visiting with one another. So we look forward to that every year as well. And then the Wine Walk is September 13th. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Well, I've heard the other thing with the golf outing on the end of August, there's a lot of smiles like, okay, the kids are back to school. And
it's the first day of school. It happens to be the first day of school every year. So yeah, kids on the bus, and then come join us. Even if you're a little late, we will get you to where you need to be. So, and we have a great group of volunteers and a committee that helps with those. Again, we are very busy. We're very active. We have a lot of fun and educational and informative events. We could not do it, just the 3 of us, our staff. We are very blessed with volunteers, board members, committee members. So thanks to all those folks who help make, especially this next 6 weeks, possible. We couldn't do what we do without them.
If you go to the Chamber Facebook page, obviously you're sharing a lot of posts from your Chamber members. Are they reaching out to you saying, hey, can you help us? Or is it Julie kind of going through and finding things?
It's a little bit of both, because some people do reach out and say, hey, we have something big we'd like you to share. Or, hey, they text us because they know us well, or they email us, Facebook message us, hey, share my post. Or she also looks at what's happening, and she's got things scheduled out for the next month. So oftentimes you'll see things that she scheduled a month ago, but then we're adding in different things that we see that our members are doing. And we try to pick significant things and different things, not just your run-of-the-mill events. I mean, there's a lot of programs, there's a lot of specialty things that are happening. We want to promote as many people as we can.
There's never a bad time to join.
Absolutely not.
This time of year is great. Again, you're starting it. Well, the Halloween stuff's coming out. It's already in the stores.
I saw that.
I saw people buying Christmas stuff the other day.
No.
But the holidays, they're coming. Mm-hmm. Being a Chamber member now and just building up to help marketing, your business during that time is so important. it's just a phone call, right, to get something set up?
Absolutely. We would love to meet you. Any of the three of us that are there, we would love to meet you. It's 814-337-8030. Be sure to check out the graphic that Julie has made and put on our social media pages. There was a half a page about different things that we are doing and statistics and so forth in the newsletter. But since then, our ambassador group kind of gave some input, and she's put a full-page graphic in on the Chamber Facebook page. It is fantastic with a lot of statistics, like over, 500,000 people reached and so many people at events, and we can say these many people looked at our website, at your site. And if you want to say, call us and say, how many people have looked at our website from your page? We can tell you that information. We have a lot of information that is specific to your business or organization that you might not know, and we're trying to get more of that information to just have as much as we can to celebrate with our members and let them know what we are doing, what we are about.
Fantastic. And if you're trying to get something in for the August newsletter, you only have a
by
couple
the
days.
20th of the month. Be sure to get information to Julie Panchora at jpanchora@meadvillechamber.com or call us, Facebook message by the 20th.
Christa, it is great seeing you. All the best. Talk to you soon.
Have a great week.
You too.
Convoys of Syrian army tanks and trucks entered the Sweda city on Tuesday. That was following deadly clashes between Druze armed groups and Bedouin fighters earlier in the week. Israel launched airstrikes on these government troops, saying it was acting to protect the city's Druze population and to ensure the area near the Israeli border remained demilitarized. A Reuters reporter heard at least 4 strikes and saw a damaged tank being towed away. Gunfire echoed through the city as clashes entered a third day. The increase of sectarian violence adds pressure on interim Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, as Israel has vowed to protect Syria's Druze minority group. The Israeli government said in a statement that it had ordered the military to, quote, immediately strike the Syrian regime's forces. Earlier in the day, influential Druze leader Sheikh Hikmat al-Hajri, in a statement, accused Syrian forces of breaching a ceasefire and bombarding the city. He called on fighters to confront government troops. Syria's defense minister later declared in a statement that a complete ceasefire was in place. He said government forces would only open fire if fired upon.
For over 11 years, Triple M Roofing has been providing Amish quality craftsmanship and work ethic that you can rely on. Pole barns, decks, porches, siding, and almost all roofing needs, Triple M Roofing will get the job done on time without sacrificing quality or the promise to deliver within your budget. Call today for a free estimate, 814-964-0472. Waiting is what you'll do with the other guys. Getting it done is what we do. Amish owned and operated, we're Triple M Roofing.
Who can solve this equation? Ooh, me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, serving Crawford, Venango, Forest, and Warren counties. Their mission is to provide quality, low-cost, and personal financial products for the growth and security of their members and families. Stop in, call, or visit our website, communityconnectfcu.com, and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Titusville Market Square is home to over 100 unique vendors featuring antiques, collectibles, candles, coins, baked goods, dairy products, food items, comic books, toys, and so much more. You'll discover something new every time you walk through the door. Did we mention the selection of baked goods, breads, Clark's Donuts, and Amish pies? Titusville Market Square has you covered. Stop in to explore today. Titusville Market Square in downtown Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Tuesday, with the Dow dropping about 1%, the S&P 500 shedding 0.4%, but the Nasdaq ticked up nearly 0.2%. It was the fourth session out of 5 that the technology-heavy Nasdaq posted a record close. AI chip leader NVIDIA was the primary factor. Its shares jumped 4% after the company unveiled plans to resume sales of its H20 AI chip to China, explained Eric Ditton, president and managing director of the Wealth Alliance.
As we know, NVIDIA is the highest valued stock in the market in the world, north of $4 trillion. So when NVIDIA moves sharply higher, which it is today, that in and of itself can move the NASDAQ. But Oracle, Apple, Microsoft, which is now over 500, those tech stocks are back in control for sure. And that is what's moving the market today.
The news buoyed other chip makers, with advanced micro devices and super microcomputer gaining nearly 6.5% and 7%, respectively. Meanwhile, Wall Street banks kicked off second quarter earnings season with their stocks whipsawing in volatile trade. Shares of Wells Fargo slid 5.5% after the bank cut its net interest income forecast, though it beat quarterly profit estimates. JP Morgan Chase raised its 2025 net interest income outlook, but shares still ended lower. BlackRock said its assets under management hit a new high in the second quarter as global markets rallied, but its shares tumbled nearly 6% after it said a large Asian institutional client pulled money from an index strategy. Bucking the trend, Citigroup climbed more than 3.5% to its highest finish since the global financial crisis after its traders delivered a windfall that boosted second quarter profit. Data on Tuesday showed U.S. consumer prices posted their biggest jump in 5 months in June, hinting that tariffs may be starting to heat up inflation. Still, underlying inflation stayed moderate. Markets are betting the Federal Reserve will hold interest rates steady this month, with a more than 50% chance the central bank will resume rate cuts in September.
Joining us this morning is Membership and Education Manager Kat Thompson with the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. Kat, good morning to you.
Good morning, Luke. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Had a flat tire this morning, but my dad to the rescue, so it's all good. I even had time to make another cup of coffee, so glad to be here.
It's it's those little things in life, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Well,
just keep going.
Yeah. Well, outside of that, how's your summer been?
Is it summer? I think it's Christmas already.
Yeah.
It's been really good. We've been busy here. There's been a lot going on. It's there's always a busy time of year here, but it's the extra busy time of year here. But it's a lot of great stuff happening, a lot of ways to connect with members in the community. So it's all good stuff.
You joke, but we bought our first Halloween decoration the other night. So
stop it.
Yeah. It's
really.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Well, the lady in front of us actually was purchasing a Christmas item. So, and we joke, but time does fly. Does that just kind of feed into the fact that you really should be planning ahead and kind of know what's going on and know, hey, we want to be part of this event, and even though it's 6 months, 8 months, a year from now, we need to start having those conversations or, we're going to have this promotional event over the holidays. We want to make sure we're ready for it.
Absolutely. I think it's never too soon for businesses to start planning, looking ahead at the busy time of year with holidays coming up and then, the start of the new year, look at the calendar and see what kinds of things you want to invest in, what you want to be involved in, what, manpower you have to volunteer or be part of different, community events. And plan that out, map that out so it's not a surprise. So you don't have to, decide last minute. If you can be thinking down the road, I think it can help, decide where you want to put your efforts and how you want to help your business grow and reach new people, whether those are you're looking for, new customers or business connections, things like that. Looking ahead can be really helpful. Sometimes it's hard to do that. We always encourage people to work on the business, not just working in the business. So make sure you take time to do that. It's what we like to tell our members.
And I would imagine there's never a bad time to join. I was just talking to Christa about this. There's never a bad time to join the chamber. But this is a great time to reach out. And I know you've got a big festival coming up, and we're going to talk about that.
There's always time for members. Yep.
Yeah. But to sit down with somebody and say, hey, a membership with us, it's so beneficial, and here's why. Those are great conversations you love having with people.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Susan and I were on our way to lunch at like 2:00 the other day. And we're getting on the elevator and somebody got off the elevator to join. He said, we've been talking with him. He's got a new business. And he said, I want to join the chamber. He said, step this way, sir. So there's never a bad time to join. We're always ready to talk about that. Now, right in the middle of festival, we may have to say, can we schedule that for another day? But we are so excited to talk with businesses about how we can help with, the question I always ask is what keeps you up at night? It might be different from business to business. So we may have services that, or member benefits that one business might not need or care about, but the other, another business, that may be the thing that they're looking for that they really need. So we want to have those conversations and talk about what are the things that you need? How can we come alongside you and help with that? Because it's different from business to business. It's hard to list a comprehensive member benefits sheet because there's so many different things that we can do to help. And sometimes it's things that businesses might not even think of, whether it's making a connection to, if you're struggling with some kind of certification or paperwork or whatever, we may know somebody that can help, make that happen. So there's all kinds of things that we can do to help. It's great to sit down and talk about, what we can do.
And I'm sorry, I'm on this kick this morning, but I was mentioning earlier that it's also a two-way street, right? You can be a member, but you can't just kind of sit back. I mean, if you want to, I guess you could. You just kind of sit back and, get the newsletter. And that's great because you'll find out what's going on. You can still be connected. But to really be engaged, there's so many networking opportunities and events that you host throughout the year. And even we can get into how the leadership program plays a role in this for your business. But, there's so many things to take advantage of. You have to be actively engaged in what's going on to know and say, okay, yes, let's make sure we send somebody to this event, or that we're there, or and if you go to an event and you're afraid to talk to somebody or meet with somebody, you, Susan, other members of the chamber, Kat especially, will help you.
I always tell people, if you don't know who to talk to, come stand next to me. I'll find somebody, and then don't tell me things you don't want me to tell. This is so-and-so, and here's their business, and this is what they're looking for. Or if I know personal things, this is Kelly, and she has birds, just to help people have something to talk about and to connect. I'm the emotional support extrovert of our team, and I love to help people that might not feel super comfortable coming to those events. Come stand next to me. I'll help you meet somebody. And or if you want to help volunteer, sometimes having a job makes people feel a little more comfortable. We can, find something if you want to help Tessa at the registration table, things like that. But you're absolutely right. There's a different level when people get involved. Now, I will say that, we have members join. We don't hear much from them. There's still so many benefits that they're receiving, whether we see them throughout the year or not. Our online directory, we can put things in the newsletter. Even if we don't see it, we can, get information. You can see what's happening in the newsletter. We're working hard to make this a strong local economy so that businesses can thrive. There's a lot of things that we're doing, a lot of benefits people are getting, whether we see them or not, attracting and retaining young professionals and growing leaders and, all that good stuff that we do. But there is some magic in showing up and being involved and being connected. So if businesses can do that. But you brought up a good point. Maybe it's not the business owner, because we know that free time is not a luxury of being a business owner typically, unless maybe you've worked really hard to get the right people in place that you can, take some time away. But for a lot of business owners, they don't have that extra time. But all of your staff are members of the chamber as well. That's an important point to remember. So if you have young professionals, get them involved in Flex. If you have, emerging leaders or seasoned leaders that want to just be better leaders, put them in the leadership class. Any staff, anybody that works for a business, if that business is a member, that person is a member as well, and they can get involved, whether it's coming to business after hour mixers or, getting involved in any of our events that we do. That's an important thing to remember too.
I've talked to different business owners that, have heard that, investing in your employees, but they don't quite understand that. And you bring up, something like the leadership program, and it's like, oh, right. Okay. And that's a benefit to your business to have somebody go through a program like that.
Absolutely. And it's marketing as well, because we put the leadership class everywhere. They're in the newsletter. So people are seeing who they are and where they work. So they're getting, the business name out there as well. But then for that person to make those connections with their classmates, with all the speakers that we bring in, they're getting to know the community better. They're learning. I love the tagline. The leadership class is learning about leadership through the lens of Venango County and learning about Venango County through the lens of leadership. And so you get such an interesting perspective in so many different ways. I think it's so beneficial for anybody to go through that program. Sometimes people think it's just for young professionals because we have the Flex program, but the leadership class is for anybody. As Susan will tell you, she's been in her leadership position for over 20 years now. She goes through the class every year, and she always talks about learning something every time, because the world is different. People are different. The job market is different. So, kind of learning and growing alongside other leaders who are trying to do the same thing. There's magic in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's incredible to see how many people who have been with a company for 20, 30 years saying, you know what, it's time to try something different. And they're getting some additional training at the great places we have to offer around here. And then coming out and either starting a business or working somewhere else or just changing their path, which they never thought they would, but they're willing to risk that now and try something. So great candidates to go through that program. It doesn't matter what your age is.
Yep, and now is the time to apply. So reach out to us, go to our website, venangochamber.org, or give us a call, however you want to connect if you're interested in that. We're taking applications for I think I want to say September, October. I should know this. I think it's September.
Okay.
So start thinking about it now.
On the education side, real quick, I know it's summer, but it seemed like you just wrapped up the school year, and already you're looking ahead here next month as kids get back to school. A lot of planning take place on the education side of things over the summer months?
Absolutely. And we have Hannah now on board, our new workforce and education coordinator. So, I'm working with her to get her ready to get her ready, Venango ready. For the school year, and we just went and met with Pathways and launched there so that some of the students there can participate in the program. So we're still doing a lot of work with that. We have the education email going out probably today. We still are wanting to share career resources, things like that, but yeah, we're gearing up for another great year. And with her on board now, we can look at expanding some things and growing the program. We had 70 students from 7 schools last year that graduated Venango and Forest Ready. So we're excited to keep growing and keep adding to the alumni network. Now we really want to look at how to connect with the alumni that have come out of that program over the last, I think, 4 years. So some of them may be coming out of college. Some of them have, gone straight into the workforce. So we want to continue connecting them to the business community as they need and continue providing resources to support them and being successful in their careers, whatever that career is.
That's wonderful. Let's do this real quick. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kat Thompson with us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. We're going to be talking about Oil Heritage Festival in just a few minutes. But first, I want to ask you, do you think community members are starting to understand that connection between I know Oil City has been very proud of welcoming artists to the region and trying to grow that, but also to people putting on events. There's a lot going on at 2 Mile. You have in our area Adam Deem, who's doing the Roughneck Gravel Roubaix, but there's fishing tournaments and all these. And I don't want to say little things because they're big. They make an impact. But are people actually? Do you think they're starting to connect? Like, oh yeah, you know what? That does draw visitors to our region.
I think so. And side note, I've known Adam a long time, and he talked me into doing the gravel race. I did the short one, but I did it. I never thought you could ride a bike up a hill, but guess what? You can. But yeah, those events, they're not little events. They're amazing to bring people in. I was talking, I met because I didn't know what I was doing. So Adam connected me with this couple. They came from Michigan to stay, and they're going to be back, and they're going to bring people, and they have a Facebook page that they manage, and they were telling everybody how great the oil region is. So those events are so significant because they continue to draw people here from far outside the region. And sometimes I think our local community, they still don't see that. It's hard to read the label from inside the jar, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes people don't always see the resources and the great things that we have here. They don't see it as a tourist destination. They think that's funny when you say that, but people are doing it all the time. Out in Oil Creek, look at the license plates there. They're mostly out of state. We have so many great events or different organizations. That's what I love to see, different organizations coming together to bring all kinds of things to the region. And I think people are starting to get that overall. There's some maybe that still don't quite see it, but I think we're really starting to see a lot of different organizations and groups and community members see the value in that and how that helps everybody. How that helps our businesses, whether it's, retail or manufacturing. Our manufacturers, they might not have customers here, but they have workforce here. So by building, a stronger, better economy, that helps everybody. So I think we really are starting to see overall that is such a valuable thing to be having these events that may seem unrelated to you or what you do in your life, like most people aren't going to ride a bike on a gravel road in the middle of nowhere, but
or stone skipping.
Or stone skipping. Yeah, you might not be a stone skipper, but maybe you'll try. I've got a friend who's going to be trying that for the first time, but you might not think that affects you, but it does. It helps our whole region, so it's great.
And by the way, it also applies to organizations, because sometimes they're so just wrapped in the event that they're hosting or putting on that they forget, maybe we should reach out to other organizations and let them know we're doing this, or maybe somebody could partner with us on this. And again, there's no blame. It's just everybody's, trying to do what they're, supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think sometimes what can happen is people are so focused on the thing that they're doing, and they're putting so much time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears into it. They think that everybody else is going to notice that. But
yeah.
Especially with, just having this conversation, sometimes businesses and organizations struggle with social media marketing, telling people about what you're doing. You could also be posting every day, doing all the right stuff on your social media page. But if you're not doing that anywhere else, people might not see it. If you're not asking people to share in other places or putting it in other places, people might not see that. So if you are spending all this time and energy on events, promotions, something special with your business, but you're not telling people about it, don't expect them to just know. We try our best to share. We don't know everything. If you don't tell us, we might not see it. We might not. We'll try, but you want to make sure that you're sharing broadly to a diverse audience in different places, things like that. So you want everybody to know all the work that you're putting into that. So that's another thing we encourage.
Yeah, and I've been guilty of this, where in the back of your mind, I don't know what you'd call it. There's times where I'm like, stop being so cocky about it. It's like you think, oh, well, they should know this is going on, but not everybody does. So
not everybody does. And case in point, Oil Heritage Festival, 47th annual, has been happening 46 years we've done this. The same weekend every year.
Yeah.
There's, 60 yard signs out. It's on the radio. It's on Facebook. There's, where else have we put in the newspaper? And you'd think that people know, but sometimes people, I didn't know that was happening. Well, where did you look? Oh, we're trying our best. And if you have an idea of where, we should put it, let us know if there's something that we're missing. We always are looking for new ways to market, but I also encourage people to go out and look for information. We have a new Be Here calendar platform. So Be Here Venango, that calendar shows all kinds of community events. So, be sure to check that out.
Well, Oil Heritage Festival, July 23rd through the 27th.
That's next week.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. But we're excited.
What do we need to know?
What do you need to know? oilheritagefestival.com, I believe, is the site to check out. We do have some schedules on there. There are so many things happening. We've got some new events, lots of the favorite things going on that people have come to expect. But oilheritagefestival.com, you can find all kinds of information on there. We are back to normal this year. The bridge was out last year. That kind of shuffled things around and made things a little bit difficult, but back to Justice Park for some great concerts. Got some new bands playing. So, be sure to check those out Friday and Saturday night in Justice Park. There's music Wednesday night, Thursday night. We've got the parade back on West 1st Street, going across the bridge and then down Seneca Street. On Saturday, we've got a new event, a teen dance on Saturday. People are saying there's nothing for our kids to do around here. There's lots, but we've got a teen dance going on for ages 11 to 15 years old. We've got a DJ partnering with the YMCA, so that will be happening there. So there's too much. There's too much to say. But go check out the schedule. Touch a Truck, Children's Fun Fair on Thursday. Lots of fun things for kids and families. Lots of things for all ages.
What are some questions you get? For example, do people call the chamber asking, where should we park? Is there a central location that we can just kind of walk everywhere? I mean, what in terms of that type of question you may get, are there any others that you hear?
I'm trying to think what we get a lot of questions. Yes,
okay.
We do. I'm trying to think of what they all are, but yeah, parking is one, and we're working on that. Actually, we just ordered a bunch of yard signs to stick in there. I know the city and some other organizations are working on a parking plan because there's parking perception problem is what I like to call it. There's lots of places to park. You just got to know where and when. But any of the permitted parking spots are free for anyone to park in after 5 and on weekends. So we're getting signs that say that, so people know that they can park in those spots that are often empty. So there's a lot of different lots, but it's really easy to walk back and forth across the bridge. Some people don't realize that, but you can park on either side of town and get to where you need to go in about the same distance it'd take you from the middle of Walmart parking lot back to the milk and back to your car. So it's just that perception thing, and we've enjoy walking across the river and that. But what are the other questions? Timeless Tunes is the theme this year. That usually just affects the parade, but we're excited to see what people come up with for that. Our buttons are for sale. Ron Black, who is a staple in the community, he's 89 years young.
Wow.
Will be out on the streets selling buttons, and you can get those at our headquarters. Our headquarters is a new location. It's going to be just across from where we are right now in the bank building at 201 Center Street. The Oil Regional Alliance has graciously let us use that space in the Downs building. So we'll be right there outside of Town Square for our headquarters. And so many good things happening.
Kat, great catching up with you.
You too. Thanks, Luke.
All the best. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. That's Kat Thompson joining us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce.
Population, and to ensure the area near the Israeli border remained demilitarized. A Reuters reporter heard at least 4 strikes and saw a damaged tank being towed away. Gunfire echoed through the city as clashes entered a 3rd day. The increase of sectarian violence adds pressure on interim Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, as Israel has vowed to protect Syria's Druze minority group. The Israeli government said in a statement that it had ordered the military to, quote, immediately strike the Syrian regime's forces. Earlier in the day, influential Druze leader Sheikh Hikmat al-Hajri, in a statement, accused Syrian forces of breaching a ceasefire and bombarding the city. He called on fighters to confront government troops. Syria's defense minister later declared in a statement that a complete ceasefire was in place. He said government forces would only open fire if fired upon.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Levin. Puppy Levin is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Anyone with a kind and generous heart and a little money can be a philanthropist. You too can be a force for good in our community, and the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation is here to help you make the most of your charitable giving. We've partnered with hundreds of people like you to make our world and our community a better place. You can give through us to support scholarships or any charitable organization or purpose. Whether you're interested in establishing a permanent endowment or adding to an existing fund, we want to be a part of your plan. Contact us when you're ready to make your mark. Together, we can make your contribution go further.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Sheer Design is Titusville's exclusive Paul Mitchell-focused salon. This full-service salon specializes in coloring, cuts, nails, and tanning. Owner Angela Saxon has over 20 years' experience as a Paul Mitchell professional. She and her licensed staff offer all cuts and styles for men and women of all ages. Call 814-827-0010 or stop in at 116 South Kerr Street in Titusville.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Rayan Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville.
Share the fun of train travel and relive our country's oil history as you ride the OC&T through the valley that changed the world. Learn about the past while traveling on vintage cars. See a variety of wildlife with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and Oil Creek State Park. Arrive early and see the vast collection of train and railroad memorabilia at Perry Street Station. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or for more information, visit octrr.org or call 814-676-1733.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Tuesday, with the Dow dropping about 1%, the S&P 500 shedding 0.4%, but the Nasdaq ticked up nearly 0.2%. It was the fourth session out of 5 that the technology-heavy Nasdaq posted a record close. AI chip leader NVIDIA was the primary factor. Its shares jumped 4% after the company unveiled plans to resume sales of its H20 AI chip to China, explained Eric Ditton, president and managing director of the Wealth Alliance.
As we know, NVIDIA is the highest valued stock in the market in the world, north of $4 trillion. So when NVIDIA moves sharply higher, which it is today, that in and of itself can move the NASDAQ. But Oracle, Apple, Microsoft, which is now over 500, those tech stocks are back in control for sure. And that is what's moving the market today.
The news buoyed other chip makers, with advanced micro devices and super microcomputer gaining nearly 6.5% and 7%, respectively. Meanwhile, Wall Street banks kicked off second quarter earnings season with their stocks whipsawing in volatile trade. Shares of Wells Fargo slid 5.5% after the bank cut its net interest income forecast, though it beat quarterly profit estimates. JP Morgan Chase raised its 2025 net interest income outlook, but shares still ended lower. BlackRock said its assets under management hit a new high in the second quarter as global markets rallied, but its shares tumbled nearly 6% after it said a large Asian institutional client pulled money from an index strategy. Bucking the trend, Citigroup climbed more than 3.5% to its highest finish since the global financial crisis after its traders delivered a windfall that boosted second quarter profit. Data on Tuesday showed U.S. consumer prices posted their biggest jump in 5 months in June, hinting that tariffs may be starting to heat up inflation. Still, underlying inflation stayed moderate. Markets are betting the Federal Reserve will hold interest rates steady this month, with a more than 50% chance the central bank will resume rate cuts in September.
Well, a quick look at that forecast. Marginal risk of severe weather today. Mixed clouds and sun this morning. Scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon. Storms may contain strong gusty winds and highs today in the low 80s. Thunderstorms early tonight. Variably cloudy overnight. Still a chance of showers and storms. And again, maybe some strong gusty winds. A low of 70. On into Thursday, scattered thunderstorms. Low 80s. Friday, mostly sunny. Upper 70s. Saturday, some afternoon thunderstorms. Low 80s. And Sunday, rain showers with temperatures in the upper 70s. Meadville this morning's at 75 degrees. Cambridge Springs, Edinburgh at 74. Titusville 73. Franklin 75. Oil City 73 degrees here at 8:39. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kelly Clark is the Marketing and Communication Specialist with Titusville Area Hospital. She joins us this morning with special guest, Dr. Dwayne Rogers. Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good to see you, Luke.
Kelly, it's been a busy few weeks at the hospital. A lot going on.
It has been a busy few weeks. July has been busy. So thanks for having us on. Yes, I'd like to welcome Dr. Dwayne Rogers. He's our one of our general surgeons at Titusville Area Hospital.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Before we get into what you do at the hospital, Kelly mentioned general surgery, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
I am born in the Caribbean, little island called St. Kitts. Used to be called St. Christopher after Columbus,
Wow.
but it became independent and changed its name. I've been in the United States since I was 17, and I've been with Titusville since November of 2012.
At what stage in life did you say, this is what I wanted to do?
I was at large hospitals in large cities for a very long time. Got tired of the impersonal nature, numbers, names. I really prefer small town medicine, the ability to bring big town medicine to small towns so patients don't have to be transported to bigger hospitals. We do sometimes have to do that based on capabilities and need, but in general we can handle most issues in town.
Were you young, in your teens, when you decided like this is the path you wanted to take, getting into medicine?
I was 11.
11?
Yes.
Was there a moment or something, or you just said, this is what I want to do?
There was a moment.
Okay. That's great.
When I knew what I was going to be doing.
And it hasn't changed?
It was cardiothoracic surgery, but at a point during that fellowship, I got tired of doing the same operation every day.
Yeah.
I went back to general surgery, trauma, critical care, bariatrics, and now I'm here.
So really, every day's sort of different for you, isn't it? In terms of the patients that you see.
Yes. It's sort of the experience of not knowing what's going to come in the door and having to be ready for whatever does.
For what you do you have to have like that sense of like that private investigator type of mentality, trying to solve the puzzle?
I think of it more as treating a patient as if they're you, and what would you want done? And what you would want done is someone that's going to listen, pay attention, show respect, but know what they're doing. And when I was day one in residency, that is 35 years ago, a couple months ago, 35 years ago on May 14, the chairman of surgery said something to the entire group coming in that made no sense then, but perfect sense now. He said, we can teach anyone to operate. A surgeon knows when not to. Judgment, clinical judgment, critical judgment, patient safety. That is something that always stays in the back of my head: do no harm. We're not perfect. We're people, just like the patients. We get sick like them. We make mistakes like them. But if you aim for perfect each time, you're going to get it most of the times. And I think that's what patients deserve. So you must care, first of all. And if you care, everything else follows. And if you see patients as people, everything follows.
It's got to be interesting to see what has stayed the same over that time, and then what has changed with technology. Is it getting to the point where there's less and less of that fundamental, because it is changing so much, or is there still a solid base there?
It's an issue. I have students. I've been carrying students for decades. Medical students, residents, physician assistant students, sometimes a myriad of them. The thing I have seen, unfortunately, is the education is very general, but not very specific. So it's sort of teaching a mechanic who wants to work on cars every kind of engine there is, knowing they're just going to work on cars. It fills their head with a lot of information about a lot of things, but not the information they need. And that's where the training comes in, not the didactic in classroom, but the clinical. And fortunately, that is where I come in with the students, and I can sort of take that clay mold and shape it based on what they want to do. That has become better. When I was in training, everyone was chiseled into the same shape. Then they let you go and you had to find your form. Today, that has improved. If that could be streamlined in the didactic area, classroom, that would be even better. But it takes time for education to change, but it is improving.
You mentioned you wanted to get to a place where patients weren't just a number, but you got to know them personally, maybe their families. What's that like to you when you're just out in the community and somebody has a big smile on their face and says, "Hi, doc, thank you, and how are you?" And there's a relationship there.
It's interesting. People refer to me as doctor. I don't refer to me as that. I refer to me as Dwayne. I'm a person. People can ask me anything, anytime. If I have the answer, I'll give it to you. If I don't, I'll look it up, find out, and I'll get the information to you. I think when you look at a doctor as different to you, that creates a gap. You don't want that kind of a gap with someone that has your life in your hand. You want a relationship. And that's the reason I left Big Town Hospital, the reason I left 600-bed hospitals. That is the reason I'm in this small town. Patients get to know me, I get to know them, and they understand they can call me at any time. They can call the hospital, ask for me, I will sit down and talk to them. I'm never unavailable. They're never less important than anything else to me. That is what I've aimed for. I've gotten it here. So I'm really lucky with that.
Yeah, and it seems like the hospital's really good at investing back into itself with equipment and things that you need. Do you find that you can go to them and say, "Hey, can we get this or upgrade this?"
In general, yes. I'm the chair of the Department of Surgery. So while it is nice to say I'd like this, I do have to consider the practical reality of, is it going to be done better here if we do it, or where people have been doing it for decades? So yes, I can go to administration and request equipment, but I need to make sense to them of why we need that equipment, not just I want it.
Yeah.
And having a lot of kids has allowed me to learn how no means no and why. So we have a relationship with administration. We present them a practical plan of how this is going to improve care. They work the finance, and then they give us a yes or no. Usually, over 80% of the times, it is a yes, but we don't make frivolous requests.
Yeah. That's where the magic of Kelly and Holly come into place, and they'll get it done. Yeah. What's the approach to your day? How do you start your day?
I have one mission every day. I need to save a life every day. One. If I do more than that, great. But if I don't, that's a bad day for me. I need to make a difference. And not just me. I represent the hospital and the community. In and out of the hospital, 24/7. Everything I do, everything about me represents the hospital. That type of motivation allows me to get up and do what I do, but I also have to maintain standards of care. It can be a little difficult sometimes because you want to help, but you know they're better served elsewhere, and you have to make that hard call. You must transfer. That is tough. Sometimes the patients want to stay here. They know me, they want to stay here. It's not in their best interest. While technically I can do anything at Titusville Hospital cannot do everything. It's limited. And so that's hard. But over the time, I've gotten used to being able to make those clear clinical judgment calls and being able to defend it. When, why not? We actually can't do this here. It's not safe. And I can present the data. Administration provides us with access to the most current medical standards of care data at no cost to us. So there really is no excuse to be able to say, this is safe, that is not, and have the data. But that is the objective, to save a life every day. And I've been pretty good at it. Well over 90% of the time, I've made a positive influence. I don't get it right all the time. I never claim to be a god. I'm not. I'm human. But I try to improve each day.
And you mentioned the community aspect. It is nice when you are at an event and you're over there cheering somebody on. And
yeah, everyone knows me. Everyone knows me. It is very nice, but I don't let it go to my head.
Yeah,
I have a large slice of humble pie every day.
And that's great. That's great. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Friends at Titusville Area Hospital with us here this morning. Kelly Clark and Dr. Dwayne Rogers with us. Kelly, you mentioned a busy couple weeks.
We have.
What's been going on?
We recently just finished our history wall unveiling. We did that in honor of our 125th year at Titusville Area Hospital. It was a nice event and a nice unveiling. If you were in the hospital and would like to view it, come in and walk down the main hallway past the elevators and take a look at it. A lot of work went into that. So it's something special that we added to commemorate our anniversary this year. So thank you to everyone that came to the event.
Like 125 years worth of work went into this, right?
Right, yeah, right. So yes, thank you everyone that came to the event, and it was very nice to, like I said, commemorate those years that we have been in Titusville.
That's great.
Yeah, we've had...
On to the next 125, right?
That's right. We also recently just finished an improvement. The ICU got a facelift. The last renovation it had was 30 years ago, I believe. There's a picture right there of the last renovation. So it was definitely due. So it got...
Looks like something from Doogie Howser.
Right? Got that salmon color there.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So we gave that a facelift, all new flooring, all new fixtures. Really looks really great. Just to better care for patients, comfort, and care in one of the vital units of our hospital. So we were happy to have a 3-week turnaround in that unit. So thank you to our maintenance team, had a really big hand in that and helping our contractors get that done. and it was a good project. So thank you to everyone that contributed to it. I wrote some grants, and we also had a lot of community support for that.
Nice. What'd you do with the salmon desk? I hope you kept it in storage for...
Right? It'll be the next 100-year event, right? 200-year event.
Yeah. Unless is it your house, Doc? Maybe you have it as a kitchen island?
No, I think we're happy to see that leave.
Okay.
Well, we have another event coming up, Crawford Gives. I know they've been doing a good job of publicizing that. That's coming up August 12th through the 15th. That those funds raised will go towards our next project, which is the therapy expansion project. We've talked about in the past, that's what our golf scramble was raising funds for. So we had a slight change in our plan, which is a good change. We recently acquired the old Rite Aid building, and so the therapy expansion will take place in that building.
Wow.
Yes, and the old physical therapy building, when we move PT over, will become the regional training center for our new dental clinic.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we'll be able to house all of those things a little bit easier with the addition of the Rite Aid building. So that was something new that has just come about. So the project is still on. It's just changed the space for a couple of feet, actually. So
that's great.
Yeah. So we're excited.
When will that project get underway?
So that project is already underway. We have a deadline to open our dental clinic by this time next year. So July of 26, we will be opening that training dental clinic. So those projects are really going to be moving quickly. So.
And that's in partnership with the Education and Training Center at
Yes,
Titusville?
At Titusville, yes, absolutely. So we'll have dental dentists there that are completing their residency. There will also be dental hygienists doing training and dental assistants.
Oh, that's
through
great.
Pitt Titusville. Yes.
Wonderful.
So very exciting, and it's really going to open a lot of appointments and just services for that need. It's definitely a need in the area for dentists.
Well, I think if anybody were to call a dentist right now just for a cleaning, a lot of them are like a year out.
Yes.
Instead of that, that 6 months, and we can get into that conversation about kids and what they go through and how that can be, if they're having, issues with their mouth, they're not learning in school, and there's all sorts of things that go with that. But
yes.
That's great that this program's coming, and
yeah, we're very excited for it, and it's definitely going to fill a need in the community. And our hope is that if these folks are doing their training here, they're going to like it here and want to stay, and that will obviously build some services up in the area.
That's great. Real quick, dermatology, audiology, additional ENT services?
Yes. So we are going to be adding dermatology. That is, I believe, happening in about 6 months. So finishing up with getting those services completed and getting them brought here. So it will be a little while, but it's definitely a need. It's come up in a lot of different conversations that dermatology needs to be added as a service. So we're really happy to bring that on board. Audiology also, that will be coming a little bit sooner, and an additional ENT. So definitely broadening those services, which is really great for everyone in the community to have those close to home.
Yeah, I've got some allergy issues or some other things going on.
Yeah, it's a good time for that, right?
Yeah. Dr. Rogers,
Yes.
What's that like for you, knowing that really, for the most part, you can take a patient in, and Titusville Area Hospital has services available for aftercare, like the physical therapy side of things, to know that there's a complete roadmap for a lot of your patients?
Yeah, we had some issues with inconsistent care. You do this, then they have to go there or elsewhere. And now we have a more centralized, more coordinated team approach. So the approach in surgery is there's no I in team. And now in care, there's no I in care. We even have added wound to the requiem of offerings. And so we're now able to handle other surgical issues from other services at the hospital. So patients are now able to come to Titusville Hospital and receive an opportunity to have diverse care in a centralized location instead of having to travel to Meadville or Erie or Pittsburgh. It is better. There's no way around that. It is better for the patient. It builds a better relationship. It builds a better confidence in the facility and the hospital and the city. And ultimately, it's going to improve the quality of care the patients get.
Yeah, if anybody
takes
has
work, but it's getting there.
Well, if you have to, get in the car and you don't feel great and drive, a couple hours someplace, that can mentally be challenging. What would people be surprised in terms of your practice that you're able to handle in terms of when you say general surgery?
We can handle endoscopic evaluations, colonoscopy, EGDs. We can handle biopsies, major surgeries, minor surgeries. Certain things we don't have vascular, so that has to be sent to Meadville for vascular studies, etc. But most things that one would consider appendix, gallbladder, bowel resections, bowel obstructions, hernias, thyroids, ear tubes, tonsils, adenoids, sinus, allergies, skin issues can be handled at Titusville Hospital. The primary care physicians are aware that. They understand, refer to us. If it can't be handled here, we'll make the appropriate referral to the appropriate specialist. But as soon as we're able to get everything in this area, that will no longer be a need to refer. Dermatology, the wait is, a baby is faster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you think waiting for a dental cleaning takes long, try to get a dermatology appointment. We do cancer screening, colon cancer screening, breast cancer screening. Getting a genetic analysis requires someone to have transportation. There is none in town. So we're working on filling these gaps. It takes time and resources. It's not an overnight thing. But the intent is to get people to come with a similar attitude to me, come here with the intent to stay and work and become part of the community. So we're working on that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming in. Kelly, good to see you.
Thank you.
That's good to see you.
Congrats on the 125th anniversary presentation. That was very well done.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for saying that.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Luke.